welcome to Noise with Ivan. You're hearing the um, some noise, which is perfect for this, and I don't have to worry about it because as this is actually Roman Shower you're hearing, but this is our split. Shane with me and Roman Shower, of course, on Hidden Window. And these are being recorded. The first 6 tapes are being recorded on old tapes. It's surprising to me how cheap it is to very new. I am to let me just turn my speakers down. Sorry. um, it's surprising to me how cheap it is to actually go to a manufacturer and get either CDs or tapes made. I mean, we've been just I've been dubbing CDs on this pile, or dubbing tapes on this pile, and making CDs on my brother's laptop with an external CD drive. I'm just making sure that everything's going well because I'm working on put this tape together right now, and it looks like it's hot. Okay, good. But yeah, this is a really exciting project. It's fun. I'm working on Slavery on my own right now, which is a much more exciting project. But it's been a year that I've been working on it, and I know that I have so much more to do with it. So, you know, it's fun to put something. It's only been like a couple weeks that we've been working on this, and there are going to be more to come. Obviously, this is volume 1, and the reason that I wanted to do some noise projects on tapes is because I have a bunch of tapes to be recycled. So these first 6, we might see about if we can do something with them. We might see about sending them off, or we might see about doing a second pressing of these. If we can do anything with them, if we can develop an audience. We have almost no one right now, but it's just a fun project right now to do. So yeah, like with 6 tapes, it's not like and yeah, they are not going to sound amazing, but that's kind of the idea. I want it to sound like it's 200 years old. If you want a WAV file, then we got it for you on Bandcamp, or you can stream it free on YouTube. We're gonna see if we can do it on YouTube. Anyway, new exciting fun stuff. Also, new exciting fun stuff. Dry Eyes sent me an extra tape called Aux. There were a couple, just like last time, that he couldn't find that I ordered from him, and so he refunded me. He also gave me this piece Aux, and I gotta say, as a noise fan, this is, I mean, it might just be my favorite because it's kind of special, because this wasn't available on Bandcamp. But it was really sweet. It was pretty sweet to listen to. Definitely tickles the fancy that I have for not just noise music, but kind of jazz in the coming from the jazz world, coming from the with a different approach. It's not just harsh noise, which I'm very used to, and I really like it. But as you can see, I've been listening to this side A of this tape like many times, just because I'm trying to make sure that it sounds okay on these recycled tapes. anyone who gets them, what you're getting is special. Your recycled tapes are special. But I got everything from Dry Eyes. I got everything from Dry Eyes. I should talk about first, before I get into all the Dry Eyes stuff. This Nothing to See Here. This is going to be something that I'm listening to for a little while. And I'll base probably the next week when I do one of these. I'll probably base that completely on this. On this album, this album. Should I be having the... I don't know how to store this, because there's all kinds of extras. Of course, there's the collectible card that comes with it, and always plenty of stickers, always a poster from This Is Me. You missed the nice synth intro. I almost started the video in time for you to hear that. If I make it last long enough, maybe I'll have to put another tape on. So these first, I listened to the first 7 tracks. I didn't finish the 7th one, but it was getting right into the harsh zone. I noticed that the first 6 were relatively musical. Good dinner music, as I would say. Not harsh noise, not totally obnoxious for your dinner guests, but alternative enough to keep it interesting, and but still kind of well, it's music as opposed to noise. I don't know what my favorite thing was on here, but I will say, like John Bennett, but Batali. I had it perfect in my mind, and then I tried to say it out loud. Ostromen, Trail of Ghosts, Obsidian Shard. Oh, and then Earthen Objects and Bunny both did really short tracks, which was good. Bunny, I'll pull out the 3-inch by Bunny Chimera. It's really good. And of course, I've mentioned that before, probably in all of the previous videos. That was those were great, and they really kind of fed a transition into Absurd Reality, which is where we get into harsh noise. But the noise was minimal, like your square waves and sawtooth waves. Everything was, it was very small. It was there, the noise was there, but it was a lot of ambience around it. And I'd like to go in, because I was looking up these artists, because I'd never heard of any of them but Bunny. Any of them, and I looked up and followed this first one, but one of them, I want to say Earthen Objects, but they had what it looked like was a lathe cut, which is like a 7-inch, as far as I understand. That was coming out. I put the notebook over here. That was, something that was advertised, but they were excited about it, you could tell. But it never came out, and there's been some issues with, as far as I understand, with 56K, and they haven't put anything out recently, even though I have ordered from them, and that seemed, they were like, oh yeah, that's what Will said in the note. He said, in the note with the orders, he said there's more to come. And I said, okay, good, good. When I read that, there's not really a good way to store this. I'll put the 3-inch in, the 3-inch box. Hopefully I remember that that's there. I lost the 3-inch. So yeah, a very atmospheric intro to those. Creeping overwhelms with resonance, square waves are a little bit, that's what I was just saying, are light, and there's a lot of ambience. It's very much in a cave. There are harsher volumes in here, but they aren't strong. I think that's wise. It's very nice to listen to. It's noise, but it's just not all the crashing that we're used to. Osterman, Conviction. Oh yeah, it was a British guy's voice yelling and carrying on, and then just some noise around that. I hope that, and I'll look into the rest of the discography, so that's not all that I that I have to say about that work. Trail of Ghosts, Mixed Signals. By the way, whole 3 tracks have not been harsh at all. That's what I was just saying. But this one has more mid-range going on. There's a wonderful range of things going on in this one. Okay, so that was probably my favorite one, Mixed Signals. So far, anyway. Obsidian Shard, Omni Shambles, incredibly audibly diverse. Reminds me of Bunny a little bit. Oh yeah, so that was a ton of things. Okay, and that's one of the things that I said was very palatable. And I've got to appreciate all the work that went into it, because this isn't like a free-flowing production. You had to put it all together and get all those samples, find a bunch of 1-second samples that you liked that much, or make them. And I don't know how all that came about, but what you see later is it stretches out a little bit, right? You get the same format, but it's not as quick. It's not going like it started out. Earthen Objects audio is a little bit more drawn out as well. And then of course, Bunny, it's to me, listening to Roadkill by Bunny was just almost like listening to jazz music. And then, as I was saying, Absurd Reality just absolutely crushes it. It was total noise right after all that relaxing stuff. And yeah, I was saying, I recorded a video earlier. I was gonna, chop it up. I decided that I hadn't taken enough notes or whatever, and I wanted to listen to Aux before I did it, which I probably could have gotten away with playing. I don't want to play other people's music on my video. That's not really my choice, is it, to make? But I could put this on. Yeah, so I acquired a lot of the Dry Eyes music, and he is very very sweet about it. So I would definitely recommend that you go and buy up all the Dry Eyes stuff as well. As I got a good stash here, and I didn't open everything up. I haven't listened to everything, but I could get a thumbnail. But I've listened to almost everything already. But I don't plan to talk about it all today. Out of the CDs, and you can, what I found very very fun is that these have alternate covers. I switched this out. The regular one is white. Right? That's the regular cover, but it has a black version on the other side. Same thing with Chaos Processor. It's like that. I haven't heard this one yet. I did hear Static Reconstruction. This one was very... not noise, but I believe it had... and I listened to like 5 or 6 Dry Eyes albums, so you'll have to forgive me not remembering. Oh, Resonance. Very exciting right off the bat. Not noise, whispering, bells, various percussion. Piano comes in and adds a new depth. Yeah, he utilizes percussion. I do not. And I'm going to listen to Storm Kitchen again. I don't remember it well. I don't know if I did listen to it. It seems like I would have, because I really like the noise improvisation ones. My favorite so far from him was... which Funeral? Cash Casket? Is that what it was called? That's missing. Yeah, Cash Coffin, sorry. And you can see my armpit here. That's lovely. Again, the swappable cover. I've not seen the alternate version before, so I switched it to that. And I'm like a little kid. I'm having way too much fun with that. Being able to change the covers. This was my favorite one that wasn't noise. But this was really good as well. I really liked this one, and I gotta tell you, I just love all the noise improvisation ones. But I think it was Kitchen Clatter that I really, really loved. But Engines in the Morning had like this breathing. It was birds and engines, and then that was just really, really valuable to me. I wasn't huge on Equator. He said that it was a dross in the description, a dross of samples, and when you listen to it, it's an immortality token. Which is a fun way to think about it. I figure the way I think of it is that music feeds music that feeds music. So when you do participate in the scene or the something like this, right? You're creating an everlasting effect. Like even if I don't do anything with these CDs, right? Or none of you go ahead and go listen to Dry Eyes, like I recommend you do, or I don't pass these on to anyone else, then you will essentially be hearing these albums, because they're influential toward me in my release, and then it goes on and on and on. So we don't have to think about it like a money thing. We can think about it like we're immortal. I don't think about it that way, but that's I think what he's getting at. Yeah, Equator was like tribal percussion happening. Static Reconstruction really was good. I liked that. But as far as I think Frozen Sun was up there for me. But I think that again, I would put it in the same playlist as Bunny. Not that they're similar, but that they're good dinner music. I listened to... I gotta tell you, I don't know about this label that did... Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, I really liked Resonance, it looks like. Lady was a good track. These were really good. These were really, really good. I'm thinking back. I'm excited to listen to the next little set of these, but listen, my ears were busy this past week. When all these came in, I was like, whoa. Um, and obviously I've been working on this tape. We're going to be doing side B soon. Roman Shower is not done with everything for side B. So, I think it's Object Distortion. Okay. This is maybe my all-time favorite Dry Eyes album. It was kind of saliva-y. It was very high-pitched noises. Yeah. Yeah. Glassy, spitty. There's some clumps and water. Yeah. It made me uncomfortable. That's one reason why using natural sounds is weird sometimes, right? Like recorded noise improvisation as opposed to not that he didn't do anything electronic with that, he did. But recorded noise improvisation, so like ASMR kind of, as opposed to just electronic or like power electronics, is a huge difference. You know, that you have to break a threshold with that kind of stuff. It's not something that it's like any kind of harsh music, but it's just a different kind of uncomfortable that you get. You know how you get uncomfortable with like pop music, like if somebody puts on Taylor Swift in the car, you're like, okay, this is not. But this is not what I want to be doing right now. I don't have this kind of energy. I can't pull this off. It doesn't make me feel good. It just makes me feel awkward. That's definitely what goes on when you hear someone spit, or when you, like for me with water. Oh my gosh! But you have to break a barrier with all that stuff. Whether it's pop music, it's difficult to get yourself to be able to like it. Death metal, difficult to get yourself to be able to like it. Even metal in general. I didn't like metal as a kid. I started with like 80s music. Twisted Sister was the first band I liked. I was like, okay, I can get into this. This is fun and classic, and my dad and my grandpa were listening to it, so I was like, okay, I want to be like them. I enjoy them. What else can I talk about? I don't know. I talked about a lot of stuff. Maybe it's better to have this be really quick. I'm free right now. I'm not normally free. I'm recording this kind of early, and I recorded it originally even earlier than right now. Oh, um, don't worry about this yet, obviously, but if you could, Slavery, I think, will be out in the next month. That is everything that I'm concerned about. Slavery sent me into a spiral where I was making physical copies, talking to record labels, I made Whore's Bath with Angel of the Enemy. We did a split to release it, and I was like, oh, crazy, cool, awesome. And then I started working with other artists, and that's what got me kind of back into noise, because my personal projects like Slavery aren't completely noise like Man Hates God was. I definitely in that album did harsh noise, field recordings, ambient. There's a ton of noise in the middle of it specifically. But, is it done? It's done. It's done. It's done. Oh my gosh. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at what I'm doing. This is what I was waiting for, so that now we know we're at the end of the video. I don't have the nicest goatee, so this is not probably pleasant. Oh, I can play you some, this is some of the harsh noise that I have going on. And then I had that's the portion that's done. It's around 24, and that it develops later. But yeah, I've had a lot of great noise improvisations with everything that's going on, and I was really glad to um, I was really glad to get involved. You're not gonna hear it. I have to rewind the tape. um, but yeah, check that out. The Mercy Vacuum, Angel of the Enemy, and Roman Shower are all. The Mercy Vacuum is gonna be on slavery, pretty significantly. Um, check out everything I have on this channel. Give me some spins, some plays. Uh, Streaming income is pretty significant for me, and it helps a lot even if you just listen to stuff. You don't have to buy stuff from me. Um, yeah, the Mercy Vacuum is also available on Spotify, YouTube, stuff like that. Hidden Window Recordings is available. That's where all the Roman Shower stuff is, and a couple other things. That's obviously available. Um, I'm trying to think of what other music stuff needs talking about. There are plenty of artists that I'm friends with and really enjoy. But yeah, those three guys are working with me right now, and they will have. We plan on Angel of the Enemy, Mercy Vacuum, and there's supposed to be another Roman Shower release that are like this, and this has been a little bit of a pain so far. So it's kind of unfortunate that I'm gonna do more of them. But it was really fun to record just straight harsh noise like that. My part, and I'm not even done recording. I'll have to do more recording tonight. Um, but yeah, other than that, stay cool. I'll try to figure out. I mean, this may never be available online, but as often as our productions are, um, with through Hidden Window is the only way that I'm probably gonna have anything available online other than just streaming. But let me know if I'm supposed to, if you really need me to get like Man Hates God and Handwritten Letters or whatever, if you need me to sell those online so that you can get them, let me know. Um, I have some few that I've made myself here, and I am thinking about getting things professionally duplicated as opposed to what I'm doing here in this shed. So, Godspeed. Um, Stay in prayer. And I'll see you in the next one.